right, good morning, good day, my wonderful people of Biafra. This is Across News bringing you this information today again. Yeah, all right, you guys have seen what has been going on for the past days concerning the arrest of our Prime Minister Simon Ekpas in Finland. Yes, so many Nigerian media house and all that has been spreading the news, all fake news here and there, just to tarnish the image of Simon Ekpa, but without knowing that they are making this man more popular than he was. So, coming to the arrest, he's not being arrested, rather, he's being detained on for some certain reasons and questioning. So, I don't see the reason why they should be celebrating his arrest. And moreover, a lot of people has been saying things about his arrest, both the truthful ones, both the bad ones, the false news, and all that. If you go back to my previous news, you see where some Anambra State local vigilantes were threatening Simon Ekpa. Yes, this channel always brings you good information, legit information in Southeast, in anything concerning the Biafra and our peaceful state. So do well to subscribe to this channel because we'll always bring you good information. Yes, the Nigerian zone and all that has been sponsoring them, that has been trying to bring down the name of Simon Ekpa. We have Simon Ekpa as our prime minister. We have other government officials which are Biafrans. We have strategy for this incoming Biafra. So they shouldn't just like see this Biafran declaration day as a day of killing and shooting. Though it won't be easy. It won't be easy. But for the fact that is going to come, that is for sure. So whosoever that is against it, being an Igbo person that is against of the declaration of Biafra, I think you are fooling yourself. Yes, this man of God, prophet, he has been saying a lot of things which has been coming to pass about the movement of Biafrans. Today being Sunday, he also prophesied about Simon Ekpa. So I just want you to calmly listen to this his prophecy to end, and make sure you subscribe to this channel.
When I put my ears, the Lord will take these ears, and the Lord will watch the ears to hear his voice, because the voice of the Lord is like a thunder, and when it thundereth, as quiet and as gentle as dove, but it's a thundering voice. And the Bible says it thundereth, and it goeth before the water, the sea parted into two, and the voice of the Lord goeth to the mountain melted like a wax, and the voice of the Lord thundereth and breaketh the cedars of Lebanon. So wherever you're watching the major prophet of God, you must know the major prophet of God cannot be in this prophetic grace of God that God has given to me and be in darkness. So I want to say God bless you all before I move on. There's an issue that is already flying on the social media here and there, and this issue is the issue of what's called the people of Biafra and their leader called Simon Ekpa right there in Finland. Somebody was saying, oh, this thing is like somebody saw it a week ago or so thereabout. I said, no. Major prophet of God has seen everything in the world by the grace of God, as God has given me grace. And I want to let you know that what people are just hearing day before yesterday was something that's happened from the 31st of October to the 1st of October, November, and 2nd of November, and 3rd of November. These are the time that what people are just hearing has happened already. And now what people are busy running about, oh, they hear this news and that and that. Major prophet of God is a prophet who look at the spiritual holistically and look at everybody and everything. What's the contention? The contention all over the world is that peace must reign on the face of the earth. What is the contention? The contention is that the people must enjoy what belongs to them. What's the contention? The contention is that people are praying and asking for what's called good governance, and people want the best for their lives, and people want a brighter future for themselves. And this is why major prophet of God in the prophetic will continue to pray the prayer, let the will of God be done, and let the right thing be put in place, and let what needed to be done to make sure that the will of God and that which is the best, especially for the people of the country, is done. Major prophet of God is not a prophet that waits. Oh yeah, I had a news yesterday. Any news that must come upon the face of the earth, major prophet of God is given the grace to know about it at least 1 year before the time, or a month before the time, or some weeks, fractions of a week before the time. Because what we are talking about is that in every dispensation, God is always having a man that has to be there between men and women, God, to now mediate in the middle, to bring message from God to the people. And someone was like, oh, major prophet of God, are you so also? I told you, I said, when America go into their election, major prophet of God has messages. Major prophet of God has everything to say about American election and all the accuracy of everything, starting from 2020. When I told you, I said, God is not done with Donald Trump. And many people want to crucify the major prophet of God because, in this part of the world, people are looking for a man who they will say, oh, is it this man, very simple, a man who is very common, a man who is, down to the earth and chose to suffer with the people and not to go and sit in the king's palace and this king's meal. So people tend to now look that person anyhow, and I give you that prophecy. The proceedings and the time entered 2021, and I told you all from wherever you're watching all over the world, I said I am seeing Donald Trump that is going to contest again to become American president again. This was 2020 and also 2021. Because it's a prophetic, God has given what's called the master key to look at the spiritual realm. And the major prophet of God a few weeks ago that I told people, I said, people should not come out and begin to prophesy and say all kind of things which they don't know. What you don't know is bigger than you, and what you know is what you are bigger than. People should come to a point to know that the world, the earth, has been given to man, that man should govern the earth. And as long as God has given you the grace to will be what's called weeping in the night, and joy will come in the morning. And that is why when everything happening and the Lord keep on telling major prophet God, people should continue to pray and continue to trust God. The country and everywhere, the peace of God must reign. And that which God has predestined for us, nothing that God has predestined that shall be cut away. Use money and buy a monkey, or use money and use a monkey and get money. It's the same language, but something in between is not proper. Use money and buy a monkey, or use monkey and get money. These are two things. This is one thing, but in two ways. And when it comes to one thing in two ways, it means that what's called in the realm of the spirit, this was called in the realm of the spirit, this was called octopus. When you see an octopus in the water, you will see an octopus will have a leg here, leg there, leg there, and leg there, and leg there, and leg there, and leg there. And somebody says, cut off the leg of the octopus. Cut off one leg of the octopus. Cut off the leg of the octopus. Just put it that way. Cut off the leg of the octopus. And you go, the one that is as far as eastward, you went there and you cut it. And the octopus disappears. And tomorrow you see octopus, you see the legs are still intact. You'll be asking yourself, what happened there? I think I cut off the leg of the octopus. The reason why you're asking such a question, because you don't know how many legs that octopus has. Octopus does not have one leg. Octopus does not have two legs. Octopus did not have three legs. On the face of the earth, they came and the enemy was looking for Jesus, and immediately the angels came and said, take Jesus to Africa. Because Africa is a place of hide. A place of hide. I'll take him to Africa. And immediately Jesus was smuggled to Africa. And Jesus was right here in Africa. And Pharaoh passed away. Pharaoh and all. And Herod and the rest of them. Look at me calling Pharaoh. I'm talking about Herod and all his enemies passed away. And when the time came, Jesus was brought in news to come back. And Jesus came back to the land of Israel, to the land of Judah. And the gospel was preached. And souls, deliverance of humanity, and all the purpose of God for humanity was accomplished. So, nature prophet of God is still in the opinion of prayer. We must not give up in prayer, because the destiny of Africa is the major reason of all the things happening, the insurgents, all the things here and there, everything, all the trouble here and there is because of the destiny of Africa. Because if these things are amicably and quietly and justly, and everything is properly done, I have not seen anywhere on the face of the earth that will be like this part of Africa. I'm not saying anywhere that will be like this part of Africa. And so the enemy will not fold his hands and allow you, the Africa, to shine, or allow you, the country, to rise, or allow you, the country, this very country, Nigeria, or whatever, to now be who God said it should be. So you have to learn how to now come and stop make mistakes, because mistakes that makes somebody to quickly begin to wash what's called underwears in the marketplaces. Somebody goes to the marketplaces, all the in the marketplace, where everybody says, oh, how dirty is your clothes? What's this, that? Nigeria should not make such mistake again. They should quickly, as quick as possible, to choose the path of what's called the path of peace and what is right, and let the light shine and let darkness disappear. Nature prophet of God, I am a prophet that God has given grace, and we are able to look at the spiritual realm and see the future and see what is right there in the future. But we will not give up in prayers, because I know the destiny of so many countries in Africa, countries in Europe, countries in Asia, countries in Australia, countries in South and North America, and different countries that are contained in this very continents are waiting for the light to shine. And the light is here. The light is here. The light will shine, and darkness will not comprehend. And so, major prophet of God, I am not in the mood of panic. I am not troubled, because I know that whatever God has predestined is sure and sure and sure. And so you should join in prayers. Let the will of God be done. Let the light shine. Let darkness disappear. Let what God has proposed for his children be accomplished. The enemies of this part of Africa that want to make sure that this Africa does not rise, that make sure that this part of the nation, this part of the world do not see the glory, that want to make sure that this part of the world did not rise and shine. We must pray that God should step in and show his mercy. Show his mercy, because it is only the mercy of God and the grace of God and the love of God and the favor of God is what will help us to rise above this very limitation. Because it shall come to pass that the time will come, all of these productions, productions of this kind of phones. Look at these phones. Look at this phone. This is one of the phones given to me when I went to Ghana to preach. This is called that phone Z. Galaxy Z, phone 6. All these phones will be produced in this part of the world. When I begin to look at the people with the best brain, the best surgeons, the best this and the best that, they are all right here in this part of the world, Nigeria, and all these zones, they are there. A young man manufactured a car right there in is it this either the middle north or so, or central north or so, manufactured a car, and this very car is like this Kurupe, and this very Kurupe does not need anything fuel. does not need anything diesel, and it was shown online, and after that, that is the end. Another man right there in Abia State, has produced electricities and things that can generate anything that you want without using any petrol or diesel. Another one has produced a flying object that flies like an aeroplane and goes to wherever it wants to go, and it will return back and deliver. What is the problem? What is holding the star from shining? Only one thing, and God will help the country. God will help every one of us, and God will help through prayers to let everything be gotten right. When everything is gotten right, anyhow it is that God has proposed it.
So what do you do in your free time?
Nothing.